I wasn't gonna make a video if Nova lost here, but honestly, G2 impressed me to the point where I wanna make one. Now I'm not a regular GC watcher, but based on what I've seen at this event so far, G2 are looking like a very strong contender. On Road, both teams played a very similar style, being very aggressive on the defense, and G2 took a liking to the A main area especially. You can see it in round 2 here, they also did it in round 3, they also did it in round 1. So let's take a look at round 5. So what happens here is that thanks to their previous attempts at pushing A, they feel much more confident in how far they can go, so they just walk down on the Seiko. And you'll see that Amy hits quite a nice shot on B here. But yeah, you can also see that the rest of G2 is just 4 women walking down A. And yeah, they take a fight against Shirazi here, they manage to catch her in a 4v1 situation, she gets the first kill, but they will just push her down and just get this kill, just drive by with the pistols. And on B, you've got Amy here, maybe a little late with this ult, maybe shouldn't have used it at all, not sure. But now, after this initial play on A, they end up in a 3v3 with a Vandal picked up, where they can go into this retake with some util still on Mimi and Petra. And you will see that this goes really well for them actually. So there's a smoke from Nova. And another thing we'll see in this round, something that I will look at in the next one as well, is how well G2 Gozen plays off of each other. Because I think they are really outstanding in that specific aspect. I think they're probably better than some VCT teams when it comes to just pure team play. And also some nice ideas they have that we'll see later. Here you can see that they managed to just swing out together, trade each other out. And here Mimi will just defend Vanya while she defuses, get the last kill. And yeah, that's a very good round from G2 Gozen. And let's head over to round 9, where I will want you to focus on this B side, where you can see right now, we've got the Waylay and the Brimstone, and I want you to focus on how they set up crossfires in this round. So, we're gonna see that Akita is going to take a bit of an aggressive peek, and they're going to spot the enemy team. So now, knowing that Nova's coming here, they just set up on these 2 angles, where they can just hold from 2 opposite sides. You can see if anybody swings into Akita here, they will take contact with her and Vanya will kill them from behind. And if they swing looking at Vanya, Akita has an easy kill. So they hold up this crossfire for a while, but then the Omen ult comes in to break it. And again, look at how quick the reaction is. You can see the Omen ult came in, there's an Omen now here in the corner, and Vanya and Petra are immediately ready to double swing this Omen. Right, like, Ser is not getting anything done there, there's 2 people coming to swing her. And now I think the part that really shows how good they are at this. As soon as Akita dies, what you see is that there is a kill from the Fate, from Petra. And if we look at the minimap, she immediately swings from behind the side and sets up another crossfire, right? So as they're coming out of the smoke and Vanya gets those 2 kills initially, they will go looking at Vanya. And as they're trying to kill Vanya, Petra will kill them from behind. Very easy frags for G2, a very easy round for them, all based on some simple team play. Now I want to move on to Split, and I want to talk about a bit of a pet peeve of mine with pro teams in Valorant, and that's VCT teams not knowing how to use their ults, not having anything prepped. But if we look here, you can see that right now there's an Astra ult and a Yoru ult for G2. And you know, that's a pretty common ult combo, and I want you to look at how they use it here in this case. So they are going for a B push. You've got Clem with an op, early set up on the angle. She gets forced off with some util, you can see Mimi spots them all, the Astra ult comes through, and Mimi immediately knows where to go, pops it in the corner, nobody hears it, and boom, free kill for Mimi. And she then just TPs out, respects the frag she got. And yeah, that's a lot of space just taken from Nova, and Nova actually handled this pretty well. You can see that here, the Omen player, I think the way you pronounce it is Cher, TPs into backside, and gets a double, gets a triple, just holds the round down. It is a round for Nova, but honestly, just the idea itself from G2 is really good there. So moving on, round 12, and you can see that G2 are setting up for an A push. Last round of the half, no reason not to use your ults, and they have 3 of them. They actually have Yoru ult, Raze ult, and Astra ult, and you will see how this time they combo 2 different ults. They will combo Yoru with Raze, and let's take a look at it. Mimi will immediately pop her ult, run in, and Akita is right behind her. Mimi spots 2 players up close. Akita just goes in, gets a free double. Clem and Icebox never knew what was coming. And yeah, the Astra ult goes in just to shut down the round, to make sure site is secured. And they will be, I'm pretty sure, winning this round as well. Unless I misremembered it already, but I think they will close it out. So yeah, this Astra ult actually gives a bit of space for Shirazi to get through the wall there. She gets spotted by a Prowler though. And in the end here, Nova unable to get through the G2 Gozen setup. And yeah, G2 Gozen, very impressive showing from them. I'm looking forward to what they can show us in the next games. But that's not to say that Nova was bad. Nova played very well as well, and I hope they make a nice lower bracket run. Yeah, so bye bye.